Banned from travel, his assets frozen. Egypt's former trade minister says from Dubai that he has nothing to fear. Rashid Mohammed Rashid told me he will face any charges levelled against him after becoming the latest former minister to be hit with a travel ban by the authorities. Just over an hour ago, I spoke to the minister, who is in Dubai, and I asked him, had he actually been informed of the allegations?
Well, I have never been informed about anything. I just heard it in the news like everybody else, yeah. So this, just to tell you the sequence of events, our government have resigned last Saturday. After the events, President Mubarak asked the government to resign. I resigned, of course, as part of the government. On Sunday, there was a new government to be formed in Egypt. The new prime minister approached me and he wanted me to join the new government. And I did apologize not to join the new government, expecting that this is a new phase with a new direction, with new policies. He graciously accepted my apology. We had a number of contacts after it. I left the country 2 days later because I finished my job and I had family members who were in different places to attend to. And now, after 2 days, I am just hearing in the news that now they are accusing me of things which I have never declared. I don't know what they're talking about. And they froze my accounts and they stopped me from leaving the country.
Have you had now, so you haven't been informed that that there is a travel ban, but have you actually been informed either by the government or the officials, prosecutors, or by your banks that your bank's accounts and your assets have been frozen?
No, nobody informed you about anything at all. Well, you have to be aware that banks in Egypt are not functioning, but also the government or the prosecutor or whoever took that decision did not inform me about what is going on. I heard it in the news as everybody else did.
So in this situation, Mr. Rashid, is it fair to say that if you like, the public life and the commercial life of Egypt is basically has basically sunk into chaos?
Well, of course, we have a very challenging situation. My biggest concern, of course, is that this is a situation where reform and some of the decisions taken in the past to reform the economy is now seen as negative decisions by some people. Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to explain anything because, unfortunately, I don't know. But there is definitely chaos. There is a lot of unclarity. Right. There is a lot of unclear situations. Yeah.
Do you fear that people like yourself might be made the scapegoats and a witch hunt will now begin for people who were part of the previous government?
Well, Richard, I have nothing to fear. I've served my country for 6.5 years. Everybody knows inside of Egypt, outside of Egypt, what I've been doing. And I am willing to face any charges if somebody tell me what are the charges. I hope that this is not a scenario of having scapegoats and just trying to throw some people to the mobs. Not, but at the end of the day, there is a lot of uncertainty and clarity. And I'm willing to face and challenge any serious allegation, but nobody's talking about that.
Right. So
this is not only my case, this is also other people's cases now.
So you're in this position of hearing the allegations, not being able to answer them because you don't know what they are, and nobody's actually formally told you what they are.
Exactly. And at the same time, as I told you, 4 days ago I was offered to be a member of the new government. I was, and now I'm in that position. So right. I can't understand what's going on. This is the same government that I was supposed to be sitting in. Yeah.
When all this finally comes out, as they say, and when calm settles, there is a concern about what form of economy, market-oriented, capitalist-looking, more state intervention, Egypt will be left with. What do you think the future sight and sound of the Egyptian economy will be?
Well, Well, Richard, there are some facts which we all need to know. Egypt needs, in the next 2 years, at least 1.5 million new jobs to be created. If that doesn't happen, you will add to the number of unemployed people another 1.5 million unemployed people. Egypt's biggest challenge have always been unemployment. We have a challenge in terms of level of income, the level of services. That will not disappear. That will continue. And what happened in the last few days, it will make it even more difficult and challenging for that to happen. And Egypt have tried all systems in the last 50 years. Today, we have seen that in the last few years there have been some significant results done in terms of unemployment. Maybe the level of distribution of wealth was a big challenge for everybody to deal with. But at the end of the day, the level of challenges that Egypt has in terms of economy will increase dramatically, and any sense now or any willingness to change course in terms of openness of the economy and not encourage investment will make that situation very, very serious.